What is the best time to buy a house? Some say now while prices are lower and there is a lot of inventory. Others say to wait until the market rebounds. Should you be buying a house now or wait? What's on to find out what is the answer? Hello everyone, welcome to Success Wisdom. If you are new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. In this video, we will talk about buying a house now or wait. What is the best? A lot of people are struggling right now, whether or not to buy a house. There are a lot of factors to consider when making this decision, so let's break them down one by one. The current housing market. The current housing market this year is exceptionally volatile and difficult to predict. A number of factors are affecting the market, including the ongoing economic crash, the rising cost of living, and political uncertainty. The crash has profoundly impacted the housing market, with many opting to rent rather than purchase a home. This has driven up rental prices and made it difficult for first-time buyers to enter the market. In addition, the cost of living is rising across the country, making it difficult for many people to afford a home. Political uncertainty also impacts the market as potential buyers remain cautious about making such a significant purchase. As a result, it is difficult to say what the housing market will look like in the coming year. However, one thing is sure, it will be volatile and unpredictable. Factors to consider when buying a home. There are several factors to consider when buying a home, including the location, the size of the house, and the type of home on your budget. The home's location is one of the most important factors to consider. You will want to choose a neighborhood you feel comfortable with that meets your needs. The size of the home is another vital factor to consider. You will want to ensure that the house is large enough to accommodate your family and all your belongings comfortably. The type of home is also an essential factor to consider. You will want to choose a home that suits your lifestyle and can see yourself living in it for many years. Your budget is also an essential factor to consider when buying a home. You will want to make sure you can afford the monthly mortgage payments and the house upkeep. Pros of buying a home now. There are several pros to buying a home now, including the following. First, prices are low. Prices have dropped significantly since the crash, making it a great time to buy a home. This is one of the most significant advantages of purchasing a home now. Second, there is a lot of inventory. There are many homes in the market, so you will have a lot of options to choose from. Third, mortgage rates are low. Mortgage rates are at historic lows, so you can get a great deal on your home. This is another advantage of buying a home now. Fourth, you can get a tax break. If you purchase a home now, you may be able to take advantage of the first-time homebuyer tax credit. Fifth, you can build equity. As you make your mortgage payments, you will be building equity in your home. Finally, you can get a good deal. Because of the current market conditions, you may be able to negotiate a lower price for the home. Cons of buying a home now. There are also some cons to buying a home now, including the following. Firstly, the market is volatile. The current market conditions are very volatile, so prices could drop even lower. Secondly, you may not be able to sell the home later. If you need to sell the house in the future, you may not be able to get your money back out of it. Finally, it could be a bad investment. There is no guarantee that the home's value will go up, so that you could lose money on the purchase. Pros of waiting to buy a home. There are also some pros to waiting to buy a home, including the following. First, you can save more money if you wait to buy a home. You will have more time to save up for the down payment and other expenses. Larger down payment will mean lower monthly mortgage payments, and you will be less likely to default on your loan if you encounter financial difficulties. Second, the market may improve. If you wait to buy a home, the market conditions may improve, making it a better time to buy. Third, waiting to buy a home will give you time to establish your credit history. A good credit score will qualify you for a lower interest rate, saving you money over the life of your loan. Fourth, you can get a better deal. If you wait to buy a home, you may be able to negotiate a lower price for the home. Finally, you will have a better idea of what you can afford by waiting to buy a home. You can consider your income, job security, and family situation before making a significant financial commitment. Purchasing a home is a big step, and it is essential to weigh all the pros and cons before making a decision. If you take the time to do your research and plan carefully, you will be in a much better position to find the perfect home for you and your family. Cons of waiting to buy a home. There are several reasons why waiting to buy a home can be disadvantageous. First, delay can result in the loss of valuable opportunities. The longer you wait, the more likely prices will rise. Interest rates will increase or desirable properties will be sold. Second, delays can lead to financial instability. If you're renting, you're essentially paying someone else a mortgage and building equity for them instead of yourself. This can make saving for a down payment difficult and may leave you vulnerable to unexpected rent hikes. Finally, delays can also have an emotional toll. The longer you wait to buy a home, the more likely you will miss out on important life milestones, such as getting married or having children. Buying a home is one of the most important decisions you will ever make, so it's essential to consider all the factors involved before deciding carefully. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. When is the best time to buy a home in today's market? Home prices have been rising in recent years, but several factors still exist to consider when trying to time the market. First, take a look at your local market. If prices have been steadily increasing, it may be better to wait for a dip before buying. However, if prices are stagnant or decreasing, it may be an excellent time to buy. Another factor to consider is your financial situation. If you can make a sizable down payment, you may be able to get a better deal on your mortgage. Finally, don't forget to factor in your timeline. If you're planning on moving soon, waiting for the perfect moment to buy may not make sense. Ultimately, there is no perfect time to buy a home, but by researching and considering your circumstances, you can help ensure that you make the best decision. What is the best decision for you? Should you be buying a house now or wait? The decision of whether or not to buy a house is complex and depends on several factors, both personal and financial. On the emotional side, you need to consider your current lifestyle needs and long-term plans. Are you planning on starting a family soon? Do you need more space for your hobbies? Or are you looking for a place to retire? On the financial side, you need to consider your current income and debts and the overall housing market. Are interest rates low? Is there a good selection of houses in your price range? These are just some of the questions you must answer before deciding. Ultimately, there is no right or wrong answer, and your best decision will depend on your circumstances. So what's the answer? Should you be buying a house now or wait? The truth is, there's no easy answer. It depends on your circumstances and the market conditions where you live. If you can afford to buy a home in today's market and you feel confident that prices will continue to rise, then buying sooner rather than later may be wise. However, if you think prices could decline shortly or you don't have enough money saved up for a down payment, it may be wiser to wait. Ultimately, only you can decide when is the right time to buy a home. But whichever decision you make, remember that paying off your mortgage early should always be one of your top priorities. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.